ni Rev Alex. Thanks kunijoin for our first ever Turning Point Stories. Today we have our first guest, Andrew Nyaga. This is a guy who has been through it all. So stay tuned to hear how he made it. Perhaps this may be that turning point moment that you have been looking for. Thanks guys for joining us for Turning Point Stories. This is our first story we get to hear on Turning Point. Unajua, for many guys, they actually don't even know me personally. So I think I should have started with my story. But the kind of guys I'll bring to the show will be guys who have a story similar to mine in some way or another. And that's why I have a passion for people who are looking forward to change in their lives. In fact, most guys who hang around me, I've seen over the years, the way just God may ordain. I think my ministry is that people who need to change, people who need a fresh start, God always sends them my way. And I think it's because I might understand them, being a guy that was once in need of change, and God gave me a chance. So today is our first show on this, and we have my friend here, Andrew, ndio anakuwa guy 001. Yani nika Joho or something. I don't know, but his story is pretty much close to the guy I used to be, only that mine is a few years ago, and yake ni story sai current ambayo maybe wengi wanaweza resonate nayo. But for me, just a brief one for me, maybe hata unijue kiasi mimi nilikuwa tu ule jamaa high school, ule yani unajua ule jamaa mkulu. Mimi nilikuwa kusema nilikuwa ka short, lakini nilikuwa nasema, in fact niacha ni correct, nilikuwa ka jamaa ka short ka konda, lakini kanasema. So nilikuwa tu yani huyo cool guy na the peer pressure around it. So nika start ku drink nikiwa form 1. Yani kuifupisha, between form 4 na form 1 I was only sober for 2 months. Like zile weekend naweza kumbuka juu nilikuwa day school ambazo nilikuwa sober nikizishikanisha in amount to 2 months kutoka form 1 hadi form 4. Nilipomaliza seko sikuperform vile ilifaa. Yani like the guy in my primo, I was like number 2 in my school, yani kwa KCPE na just kwa nafanya hiyo kitambo. But God after high school akani meet. Niliingia tu kole hivyo akani meet na akani change. In fact I got saved when I was drunk. And when I woke up that following morning, and it's 2003 back then. Can't remember the exact date because of, again, TE kidogo, I think it interfered in memory. But it was somewhere around August, September. After that night, that became my last drink ever. I never drank alcohol again. And by that time, it was a serious issue in my life. It may affect every area of my life, from education to business. Nilikuwa ninafanya, familia, the way I was relating with people, it was just chaotic. It was so serious that the guys I used to drink with, we were 10 buddies. Only 2 guys today are alive. And the rest died alcohol-related deaths. So that's me. I think the one nipo watu kujue. But today, the guy tuna speak naye anaitwa Andrew. Andrew, wewe introduce kiasi.
Naitwa Andrew, and I'm 29 years old, and I am currently still a student, and I'm also professionally an artist.
Yes. Like an artist ya msanii wa
paint, yani easy ku paint kidogo.
Unajua mimi nilikuwa rapper, sasa nikisikia artist na azim kila mtu ni mistari.
Just yani sanaa ya visual artist. I'm a visual artist. That's what they call us nowadays.
Okay.
Yes.
So, you know, you're on Turning Point because you have a story.
Yes.
That there was a point in your life when you were lost, but today you have been found.
Yeah.
So that story is what we want to hear.
Yeah.
So how did it start for you? Ama when?
The way we mentioned tu hapo ilianza high school, peer pressure. Straight up peer pressure. Nilikuwa nataka sasa kukua cool guy. Sasa mimi sikuwa cool.
Okay.
Mimi sikuwa cool.
I see.
Yeah. But mimi nilikuwa niliishi life home, tuseme tulikuwa tumefungiwa in quotes, yani hakuna siku ningetoka nje nikuwe that cool guy. So nikakuwa na hiyo desire. So anytime I got an opportunity nilikuwa natoka naenda kata maji navuta ugode everything.
So like you can tell what first you started with this,
I started I think the first thing I ever had was weed, 𝗗𝗶𝗴𝗶𝗁𝗏. That was the first thing.
Oh, yani huko na problem za kibabi vipoa at all start na 𝗗𝗶𝗴𝗶𝗏. Okay, anyway.
Yeah, but I think kuna msa alikuwa tu nazo chuo. Then I remember hapo ndio nilikula ya first.
Right.
And then the next thing nilishaikunywa ilikuwa ganaps ka drink alikuwa inaitwa Napoleon. Hiyo ndio hiyo, alafu kutoka hapo sasa nikakuwa navuta bangi because bangi was readily available in school.
Right.
Yeah.
Like the cookie now created a craving for the bangi ama hapo kunaendaje?
How
do you translate from eating kabikwi to smoke? Smoking is a bit serious, eh?
Kwanza hata ni wao usemaga cookie ndio ushika kuliko smoke.
Like, and then how did you downgrade then?
Sasa unajua mimi nilikuwa fala si kwa aljawapaliza tu. Sasa unajua wewe unaweza pata tu juu wasee wako nazo. Si juu naenda kuitafuta. Sikuwa nimefika hiyo point.
Yes.
I don't have think nilikuwa bado na hiyo doa ya kwenda kuzitafuta. So unajua I wanted to be associated with the cool guys.
Yeah.
The revs in our school. Sasa wakiwa nazo, si of course naenda kuvuta of course kani kuchanga unachanga hiyo do kidogo. Unaziget ndio kwa sasa pia wewe ni msee uko part of the nini. Then juu sikuwa nimeget grade ilikuwa inabidi sasa tuende para. Sasa nikaanza kudo these short courses. Nikado ya kwanza ilikuwa graphic design, at least nikatoboa hiyo. Nikaanza sasa accounting, nikakwama. Ikakuwa sasa I prefer kwenda kuvuta hizo magode. Sasa unajua niko na kale ka freedom na niko na sasa pocket money.
Yeah.
Do ya mat heri utembe distance. Upande mat pale mbele ndio upate do ya kakwota.
Kwani already now are you addicted or you just doing it for fun? At this point, how serious is it, like in terms of your usage ikoaje?
It was serious, but I didn't see it as serious. Unajua lile hujarealize you're still having fun in your head. Now you've become the cool guy.
Oh, finally.
You
made it to the big leagues.
Finally. Big leagues. When uko na form, umeanza kujua mashimo. Umemit sasa wase walikuwa mafala kaa wewe sasa wewe ndio unawa introduce. Yeah. So that's how it went. Kachana na accounting tukaitwa campo, it was just to waste time. Tukaingia campo, so I went in to do architecture, but within the first year nilishindwa na chuo.
Right, like it was like too hard. I
was first of all those factors combined, but the main thing I was just never in class.
Okay.
Yeah, mimi nilikuwa gana kula sasa. Sasa kuna mtu aliniintroduce mogoka sasa akaribu. Sasa ikakuwa sasa ni kuamuka mogoks. Na kukunywa. I did first year, I passed. Second year nika repeat mara 2.
So like you did
second year mara 2.
So that means you like 4th year now.
Third year huko bad. So by the time I repeat mara 2 sikuwa naenda Gadaro.
Right.
But my folks still think I'm in school, but
na you repeat mnaambianaje now?
Sikuwa show.
Oh, so they don't know. They think like you're doing a 4-year course.
They think I'm in like 3rd year now.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So waka find out venye sana nilipigwa disco juni. Sasa unajua unakuwa fala, unasahau kuitisha fees. Sasa kakaivia kauliza.
Sasa ni mogokani.
Bana. So
wewe ndio huyo.
Ndio hiyo nimechuja.
Umechujwa sasa?
Sasa nimeenda course nyingine. But sasa hapa katikati nishaenda rehab mara ya kwanza.
Kwani by this time unaenda rehab? This like no supposed to be for 4th year.
Nilienda rehab huko second year.
Right. So second year umeenda rehab?
Yeah, when my dad had realized I have a problem. Juu sasa sikuwa naendaga home alafu nikakonda. Nikakuwa ka 55 kgs or something.
Right. Lakini just like that's body shaming, because some people 55 is like very healthy. Sasa niaje wengine watu wengine
wewe niangalie tu yani. This is natural weight.
So ume lose weight with drastic.
Yeah, I had drastic loss of weight.
They take you to rehab.
I'd taken detox. Detox. Then for a couple of weeks then I came back nikaendelea shule.
Right. So I want a checklist of so far what you're using.
That time natumia weed, alcohol, mogoka na nini pills sasa hizi za rehab.
Okay. Oh, so rehab will introduce to a
new whole system now.
Okay, man.
Sasa I can buy over the counter and get even
so
higher.
Like you didn't leave rehab hivyo tu, yani you came out at least with something.
Nilitoka na sasa
a new addiction.
Okay. Kitu mbichi.
Man, tunacheka ugonjwa. Tunacheka noma.
So nikaingia kudu kitu inaitwa business management. Hiyo hata sikuenda daro siku mbili nikaacha.
All right. So this is like the 5th year now.
Yeah, the 5th year.
Okay. Of your school life.
My school life.
Like university life, right?
University life. So sana the nini was the same too. The cycle. The cycle now was the same.
So what are you doing?
Natoka home, naenda chuo, but siendi chuo. Narudi home jioni kama nimetoka chuo.
So this is the second course now.
Yeah, this is the second course.
So how long did you pull that off?
A couple of months.
Then home wakajua.
I was doing night classes apparently.
Okay.
They showed up.
On the night classes.
Ati kunipick surprise.
Okay, so wazazi unasikia ni poa, yani you check on your kid. You don't
you need to find
don't
out.
say they're grown up yet because
you need to find
clearly
out.
you see there's no night school kwa wengi.
Yeah, and so kutoka hapo I quickly went into another course.
Yeah.
I was quickly given a turnaround.
Yes.
So I went and joined economics now.
Right. So architect gone now. The other one was
business. I started with graphics.
Yes.
Then I finished graphics. Did accounting, gone. Architecture, gone. Business, gone.
Yeah. So now we
back
do
to economics.
Maybe,
economics, nilijaribu.
Right.
Nikafanya semester 2. Ya 3 nika discontinuiwa. But they found out a year later.
Oh. So this is now year 8 then?
8, 9.
Okay.
8, around 8. 20. No, year 6. Year 6, 7.
This is 7 because kwa sababu kuna hii unaona they find out 1 year later.
Yeah.
So
no, they're finding out in year 7, but I started in year 6.
Okay.
Yeah, so kutoka hapo it became such a mess. I went to rehab again.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is second time in rehab.
Yeah, second time in rehab, and it was like now that was the one they even sent someone to take me. They didn't want.
So relationship imeanza ku get now.
They're like now they figured out you're just a liar. And you're just lying, yani. So nothing you say is.
So on your checklist you are doing drugs, alcohol, the prescription pills, the mugoka, and now you're a liar.
And now I'm a liar.
Okay.
And also.
Yeah. So how are you funding all this drinking now?
My skill as an artist.
Okay.
Yes.
So you can draw into signs or something.
Yeah, to road signs kwa umse wa jaba unamwandikianga jaba base and all.
Find your brand.
You're being used by your friends. At this point, your friends have realized you have a problem.
Yes.
So they'll use you for their small to jobs, pay you.
Yeah.
You think you have money and you're clever, but you're really just being used.
Okay.
And quickly.
Second time in rehab, got out, had a good run, was clean for like 3 weeks. Oh, 3 weeks is like a long time.
That was a very long time at that point in time. Got back into the same cycle. This time I was allowed to stay out.
Yes.
Until I decided I actually need some education. So nikarudi sasa kufanya art.
Okay.
Now I went to do what I currently do, fine art.
Okay.
And design. In this fine art, nikafika point nikasema by the way nakana figure as education, I need to be clean. I checked myself into rehab again.
So the third time in rehab.
Third time now. Yeah. Went, stayed for a couple of got clean, got sober, and tried to do it my own way. And
your own way means you were doing
like,
what?
Nilikuwa najaribu sasa ni mimi. They teach you that you knew me wewe ndio utakataa hiyo pombe, ati nimeamua but I hadn't realized what it took. So and the problem again was I kept the same company.
All right.
From before. So nikatoka and they came and negated any decision that I had made. So before long I was pursuing art, but with this whole, so this time I'm passing my classes because it's what I'm good at, but I have such a difficult time. My after school life, my
Yes.
after work life is just too much. So a lot of the times I'm drunk in class, or I'm working when I'm high.
So now you say this is what you loved, so the school wasn't really much affected.
It wasn't much affected. It was actually A's and B's.
Did you finish?
No.
You didn't?
No.
So, point of transformation, how do we go to now?
COVID was a good year for me.
Okay.
It's a good thing for me. No, not for the world, but personally. We get to COVID. Now there's no school. So see, we've been stopped from finishing school.
Yes.
So now I have to look for money. Home, they're like, hey, yo, you have a problem, to do whatever you want. If you want to leave, by the way, leave. The door is open, get out. So I have to survive. Sasa nikakuwa on the street, sina do, nikaanza kwenda kwa hizo base za mogoka hata hawanitaki sasa. And naenda na kula mogoka zile ziko chini.
Okay.
You know?
Hey, so that's serious now.
Yeah, no, it was serious now. And then so every night you're high but you're crying. You're like, hey, I need to get out of this. And it got to the point where now it was, I'm done. This, and then also I went a bit. The screws kind of loose kidogo. So in COVID, around.
How did you know the screws? You know, like they say, if you ask a madman whether they are mad, they madara sindusu amegolea stories za mtati. Unasema wewe ni cheesy, useme wanakufukuza. Lakini ukisema hapana, you get admitted. So wewe ulijuaje?
Juu ilifika point sasa, mzaya akanihurumia, akanipeleka ile detox tena. Yeah, this is now the 4th time.
Or 5th?
4th.
Okay.
Detox.
Yes.
Nirudi poa juu now I was a mess. I was not thinking violent nini. Najua weko yata mastopa kiasi utulie. Yeah. So nikakaa week, nikakaa clean 1 week.
Yeah.
Nikakunywa tena. And now they were like, you know what? We're done. Go get out. Go. Uko pali unaenda ishia. And I think that's when it hit me that, yeah, this is a mess. And through the help of a friend, unamjua Pasi.
Yeah.
Dingo akakam.
Dingo, like, ambia watu dingo ni nani? Sasa dingo, wanashinda kuna mdingo helpful.
Ni kuna mdingo helpful mbaya. So dingo akakam. This whole process, I'd met dingo once or twice. I don't know when nimekuja church yako.
Sasa Pastor Dingo.
Pastor Dingo. Yeye ni mtu ana deal na wase wana struggle na hizo issues.
Yeah.
I
know he's my pastor.
He's your pastor.
Yeah, he's one of our pastors. Yeah. Oh yeah. Pastor Dingo is one of our pastors at 𝗗𝗶𝗴𝗶 New Beginnings.
Yeah. Oh, and this whole journey I had already met Rev before.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dingo had made you come to church.
He had made me come to church, but I was not at a point of change.
Yes.
Nilikuwa hata nashinda huku ni nini nafanya huku.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I thought
I saw you looking at me funny and I thought like, man, is this guy okay? Okay, as in like nikajua tu.
Kumbe kweli inatokaga. Okay, so yeah, but now Dingo introduced kwa TC. And from there, but I had a few days to think about
TC ni Teen Challenge. It's a program that helps alcoholics and drug addicts.
Yeah.
Christian discipleship program.
Yeah.
That's connected to 𝗗𝗶𝗴𝗶 New Beginnings.
Yes. So before I went to TC, you see nimekunywa after 1 week.
Yes.
Na nimetupwa nje.
Yeah.
Nikapewa 3 days za kufikiria. A lot of processes that time, COVID nini processing. These 3 days, unajua nilikaa chini, nikaombea na God mwenye siku anajua, na nikaombea unajua mimi nimeacha hiki kitu. Mimi I don't know how we are going to do it, but I've become a source of shame and ruin to my family, to myself.
So this is a decision you're making.
Yeah, nikakaa nikasema by the way kitu sasa kani kudedi juu kutokunywa pombe na kufa.
Yeah.
Because at this point hata si ati nimefungiwa home kama nimefungwa kwa chain, si ningetoka nikunywe. Nikasema zikani kufa acha nikufe. Kani withdrawals wacha ziniue.
By the way, goshapigwa na kastima.
Mimi sikuwa na hiyo.
Okay.
Yangu ilikuwa kukonda sana, yani kuisha.
Usipokunywa?
Nikikunywa sana.
Lakini je, withdraw sasa withdraw yako ilikuwa ni? This that you were fearing that you might die, you know.
Just that urge. Unasikia ni kama unasikia uchungu hadi kwa chest.
That's your heartburn.
Yani unataka tu yani uchane ukwe tu steam. Yani it's like a strong urge, an urge that becomes painful. Because it's just a feeling, like a feeling painful.
Yeah. Just ule mtu ana watch nitaka get. I know.
Wacha nivo explain here, like ni feeling ushaitaka kitu hadi ukasikia uchungu. Usipogeti kitu. Your body ni kasi yako. Mimi sikuwa natetemeka sana, but nilikuwa sisi operate poa. Ukiniangalia unaona niko confused, siko fiti.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the 3 days you're given, you're thinking, you're making this.
By the time naingia teen challenge on the Wednesday now, mimi nilikuwa najua. Wasi walikuwa wanasema it's a 1-year program. Wasi walikuwa wanasema mimi nakaa 6 months. Mimi nilikuwa naambia kapali nimetoka. 1 year napiga. Juu hata sijui ni nini narudi huko nje. Juu home wameniambia liaje. Wewe ndaka unaenda. Na wakapiga simu wakasema TC mse asipige home. Akae huko. Yeah.
Okay, any poa.
Yeah, so mimi nilikuwa najua is the one shot. No, ushaikuwa na shot tu moja.
That was it.
Nilikuwa hiyo na mimi nilitake shot yangu. Na nika decide stay kata maji.
Then so when is the for you said this is the point now I am changed. How
when now
can you point the moment when now your life takes a new twist?
I got into Teen Challenge on Wednesday.
Yes.
18th.
Yes.
November 2020. Thursday 19th November 2020 at around 10 a.m. Nika give my life to Christ. Now something clicked. Something I can't tell you what it was.
This is just a few days later.
Yeah.
So what happened within these few days that you gonna Jesus that you're saying you didn't know? Suddenly it may make sense to you.
Sidilika kuna service every day. Sasa nilipreachiwa tu hiyo day ya kwanza. Na nikasema Kenya huu mse ako nayo. Hiyo ndio kitu mimi nataka.
Alright.
Na nikasimama nikamwambia mimi nadai kuokoka. Na nikaokoka hapo hivyo. And from then on it was so different. Nilitaka sasa kujua huu Jesus wenye wanasema atani save. Juu mse alipreachigi kutoka Romans 12 vile it is the renewal of the mind. Mimi nilitaka sasa mind yangu ibadilike. So nikakuwa sasa daily na invest na kusoma Bible, na kusoma word, na kusoma nini. Above all nitaka kujua mse mwenye anani renew your mind ni nani.
Okay.
And that's how my life changed.
When in the program ni rahisi kusema umechange.
Yeah, rahisi.
Because you're there for 1 year, the drugs are not there.
Yeah,
so how long have you been out?
I've been out for 10 months. 10 months now. Yes, 10 months.
10 months.
10 months. 10 months.
How long since your last?
It's been 1 year, 10 months and 3 days.
That's the last time you used something.
That's the last time I used anything.
So what's different now with your life?
I'm focused. The urge to be cool, because for me that was where I started from. The urge to be the cool guy, to be part of this whole group. Imesha kabisa. I really don't care what people think. I learned whose I am. Yeah, and who I am.
So what difference do you think Jesus made in this change in your journey?
He's the center point of this change. I learned that I am his, and he is the one who defined my existence. I don't have to define anything for myself. He already did it for me, and he already finished, and he gives you fresh starts at whatever point.
This is somebody's listening or watching, and they're saying maybe what you have is what they want.
Yeah.
But they don't know where to start. It's just too messy. What would you speak to them? And like, what would be the word for them?
I would speak to them that...
But speak to two people, sorry to interrupt.
Okay.
Speak to the guy and speak to maybe a parent who has such a guy, who has you. for a son or a sister or a brother. So you speak to the two of them, but first of all, speak to the guy himself.
Speak to the guy, tell the guy.
Or the lady.
Or the girl, or the lady. That it must start with you, where you are. Si ati kuna point poa ya kufika, ndio uanze. You don't want to get to where I got, or even ati worse than where I got. Start where you are. Jesus is there for you at whatever point it is. Just seek him. And you don't need ati kupreachiwa nini. We chukua Bible, kaa unaenda ubuy, ama download kwa simu. Usome hiyo kitu. Yeah? Start a culture of the word. The word is what changes.
Here, I would like you to speak to.
Yeah.
The guy, the girl who is you. Either past where you are or even hasn't reached to where you were. But they are at that place where they think they should change. And some may even not be considering to change. They think they are cool. They think they have arrived. They think they're okay. I need you to speak to them. And also speak to the parent of the guy or the girl, or the brother, the sister, those people who might have like a guy like you in their life. You know, what should they do?
Okay, wacha nianze na the one who is like me.
Yeah.
The me in the story.
Yeah.
What I would tell myself back then is, do not conform to the patterns of this world. Yeah, that's Romans 12:2. Hiyo ndio verse hata I think for me ilini open my eyes. That si lazima conform ukweka wase around you, but be ye transformed. Na transformation anza wapi? Kwa akili. Kwa your decision. That you need to choose. That you need to first unaweza shindwa kusoma Bible kwanza peke yako, enda church. Go to the closest church near you. And even better, find someone to walk with you. You don't have to be locked up like me.
Lakini at least jamaa church kama unamaanisha church kuna jamaa anajua kama aje, you know, anaweza find a guy atembea pia na use ama
azizi. Mtu mwenye si kama wewe. Clearly, definitely. But like a good start is a pastor. A good start is a pastor. Yeah. For the parent, me first of all naweza waombea tu peace kwanza. The parent, the brother, the sister, naombea peace ya God. Naombea tu Christ awajaze na grace, because hata mimi uangaliaga my people, my family, na that grace si kitu walikuwa nayo ndani yao, cause si unaona walifika point ya kunitupanisha. But even the point of accepting me back, that was Christ. So I pray peace na washikilie tu hapo. God atawapa grace. Your people and your person will change.
So it's good that one has a wish a change, but are there things they should do to help the guy change? Because I'm thinking in your situation, you being kicked out was helpful.
Yeah, it was very helpful.
Them becoming tough on you,
the whole
made you get the point.
Yeah, the whole una realize life's a game, and it's not all about you. People will move on with or without you. I think you need to help them get that realization that ikitu, it's called kuacha kukua enabler. Sometimes you need to let someone fall in order for them to fly. Yeah.
So when sometimes the help, and I've sat with many people who have a guy in their family who was like you or like me before, and they think by, shielding the guy from experiencing the consequences of his actions, they think they are helping the guy, they are saving the guy. But I always tell them, when you allow the guy to experience the consequence of their action, sometimes that's the best help you can offer them. In fact, you have stopped being a barrier to God saving the guy. If a guy is arrested, don't be the parent who comes to always remove them. They steal things to support their drinking habits. It's not every time you pay. I think at some point you have to decide that you let the guy carry his own cross. You don't become the one who bails him out. You are not the one to pay the debts. in order to save your family from the shame. In the end, what you're trying to hide will reach a level you can't hide. That shame you're trying to avoid, if you continue bailing him out, the shame will be evident for everybody to see. Yani atagrow zaidi kwa hiyo trend.
Yeah, the consequences.
Lazima understand consequences. Hiyo pain ndio inamspeakia. I once spoke to a guy about one of the guys who started Teen Challenge. Anaitwa Mike Zello. Asked him, what language do you think an addict understands? He looked at me straight in the eyes and said, Pastor, an addict, the only language he understands, regardless of where he comes from, is pain. Pain speaks to an addict in a way that your lectures, hizo vitu zote unafanyaga, hizo vitisho haziwezi. So anyway, so what unataka kutocha na parting shot gani?
That is hope. Hakuna mtu ako beyond hope.
Wow.
Hakuna mtu ako beyond hope. None. I don't think there shall exist any person who has gone beyond. As long as Christ hajarudi, he is still our hope.
Ni Rev Alex.
Na hivi ndio nilianza.